Ever feel like just one good idea away from really hitting your stride?
I get that, yeah.
Like you're right on the verge of something big.
Definitely.
What if I told you that one idea is actually more like a burning desire?
Interesting.
That's what we're diving into today with Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich.
A classic.
Now, this isn't just another self-help book collecting dust on the shelf.
Right.
This is the culmination of interviews Hill did with over 500 millionaires.
Wow, 500.
We're talking Edison, Ford, Carnegie, the titans of industry.
He went straight to the source.
He wanted to crack the code of their success, and what he found might surprise you.
It's easy to think, oh, they were just born brilliant or they were just lucky. But Hill found something deeper, right?
And way deeper. He discovered their success was really rooted in this powerful mindset.
Yeah, psychology of achievement.
Exactly. And it all starts with this burning desire.
It's not just about wanting something. It's about that fire in your belly.
Yeah, it's more than just a wish, it's a driving force.
Ab-
And a perfect example of this is the story of Charles M. Schwab. Have you heard of him?
Yeah, vaguely. Remind me.
So Schwab was determined to work with Edison, not just for him, with him.
Okay.
And it was this desire, this absolute certainty that he had to be in Edison's orbit that ended up landing him this leadership position, which, get this, led to the formation of U.S. Steel.
Wow, no small feat.
Talk about a power move. We're talking hundreds of millions of dollars.
And it all started with that desire, that drive.
It really shows you the power of a burning desire to actually fuel action.
Yeah, it's what separates the dreamers from the doers.
It's about refusing to quit, even when things get tough.
Like Edison with his light bulb experiments.
Thousands of them.
He just wouldn't give up.
Or what about Darby? Failed to strike gold, but instead of giving up, he used that experience to motivate him to sell over $1 million worth of life insurance.
Resilience, right. Turning setbacks into fuel.
These aren't just feel-good stories. These are patterns we can learn from.
Yeah, it's about cultivating that unwavering commitment.
And you know what's really interesting? Hill even used this principle to help his own son.
Really? How so?
His son was deaf.
Oh, wow.
And Hill made it his mission to foster that burning desire in him to overcome that. He encouraged him, constantly motivated him, pushed him to believe in his potential.
That's powerful.
And it really highlights this mind-body connection, right? Like what we believe we can achieve can actually influence our reality.
Exactly. It makes you wonder, what could we accomplish if we could all tap into that level of desire?
Right.
It's really incredible to think about.
Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Hold on, does this mean just thinking about $1 million is going to make it magically appear?
The million-dollar question.
Haha, yeah. And you're right to question that. Hill wasn't suggesting we all become wishful thinkers. Or
Definitely not. He wasn't advocating for just sitting around visualizing.
No, not at all. But he does lay out a very specific, very detailed 6-step process for turning desire into action, into results.
So there's a method to the madness.
Absolutely. It's not magic. It's about understanding how our minds work.
It's about tapping into the power of the subconscious.
Exactly. And one of the steps that he highlights is the importance of vividly picturing yourself already providing that service or that value that your desired wealth represents.
Okay, so instead of focusing on the money itself.
You focus on the value you're providing in exchange for it.
Interesting.
So it's about aligning your vision with action.
I like that.
So instead of just wishing for $1 million, you envision yourself as already successful, already providing that $1 million value.
It's subtle, but I can see how that shift in perspective could be powerful.
It's huge, and it's something that we see even today with things like visualization techniques that athletes use.
Oh yeah, totally. Or how positive affirmations can actually change our thought patterns.
It's all connected.
Mind, body, actions, results. It all ties together.
And that's what Hill was getting at. It's this interconnectedness of our thoughts, our actions, and ultimately our reality.
He was ahead of his time in a lot of ways.
It's almost like he's giving us the blueprint, right? Like, here's how to rewire your internal operating system for success.
Yeah, I like that analogy.
And speaking of connections, one of the things that I found really fascinating about Think and Grow Rich is how much he emphasizes surrounding yourself with the right people.
Oh, absolutely. Your network is everything.
He even calls it your mastermind group, which I kind of love.
It sounds very official.
Right. Like a secret society of success.
Exactly. But it makes sense, though, right? The people you surround yourself with, they have a huge impact on your mindset, on your opportunities.
On your energy. And he tells this incredible anecdote about a young preacher who had this dream of founding a university.
Ambitious.
Right. And he had absolutely no money, just passion and a really big vision.
Okay, so how do you pull it off?
Well, he had this chance encounter with Andrew Carnegie.
Get out of here.
And through that connection, $1 million donation materialized. Just like that.
Wow, talk about being in the right place at the right time.
Right. It really makes you think, what kind of opportunities are we overlooking when we limit our circles?
It's all about connections.
Haley argues this mastermind principle actually operates on two levels.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
On a very practical level, it's about access.
Right, having a network that can open doors.
Exactly. The right people, the right group can provide diverse skills, experiences. You have a built-in support system.
It's like a think tank for your life.
Yes. And then he goes a layer deeper, suggesting there's this powerful synergy that occurs when like-minded individuals come together with a shared purpose.
Is that collective energy, right?
Yeah, like the energy is amplified when everyone's on the same wavelength.
And Hill believed that alignment could create a force greater than just the sum of its parts.
Exactly. And it's more than just, networking for favors or advice.
Right.
It's about tapping into that collective energy that actually elevates everyone involved.
Right.
But then Hill, he doesn't stop there.
Oh, there's more.
He starts talking about tapping into our sixth sense to actually achieve our goals.
Okay, now that's where things get really interesting.
Right. I'll admit, that's the part where I was like, okay, are we still talking about, financial success, or are we talking about psychic powers now?
It sounds out there, but Hill was serious.
He really was.
He actually considered this sixth sense really important for navigating challenges and for seizing opportunities. And, you have to remember, he was writing this at a time of this incredible technological advancement.
It's true. The world was changing rapidly.
Exactly. And yet, he was advocating for this power of intuition, that gut feeling that we often ignore in favor of logic and data.
Which is so interesting, right? Because even today, we're still trying to understand how intuition works.
Absolutely. And we've all had those moments where something just feels right. You can't explain it, but you know it's right. Or those times where an idea just pops into your head and it leads to a major breakthrough.
Maybe that is our sixth sense at work.
I think so. It's definitely possible. Hill even claimed to receive guidance from what he called his invisible counselors.
Invisible counselors. That's a new one.
Right. He considered that a manifestation of the sixth sense. Now, whether you take that literally or if you see it as a metaphor for tapping into your subconscious, I think it just really highlights this idea that there's more to success than meets the eye.
Right, like we haven't even scratched the surface of what we're capable of.
Exactly. And even today, even modern research, when you look at intuition, extrasensory perception, it kind of suggests that we haven't really fully grasped the potential of the human mind.
It's almost like he's saying we've all got these hidden superpowers.
Yeah, just waiting to be unlocked.
Exactly.
And I think that's the beauty of Think and Grow Rich, right? It reminds us that we're capable of so much more than we realize.
It's not just about money.
No, it's about tapping into something deeper.
That potential that's already there inside us.
Yes. And using it to achieve any goal that we set our minds to.
It's inspiring stuff, but let's be real for a second.
Okay.
It's not always easy to put these principles into practice.
Definitely not.
And Hill, he doesn't shy away from the hard work involved.
No, he's very upfront about that.
He talks about overcoming fear,
Mm-hmm.
cultivating persistence,
Absolutely.
mastering self-discipline.
It's a process.
It is. He even dedicates a whole chapter to what he calls the 57 alibis.
Oh, I like that.
The excuses people use to avoid taking action.
We've all been there.
Right. Which I think is such an important point because it's easy to get caught up in the excitement of these concepts, but actually putting them into practice.
It takes effort.
It does. It takes discipline. It takes a willingness to push beyond our comfort zones.
And sometimes we're our own worst enemies.
So true. How many times have we let fear or self-doubt hold us back from going after what we really want?
Countless times, I'm sure.
And I think that's what makes Think and Grow Rich so powerful.
Right.
It's empowering. It is. It's like he's giving us this blueprint for personal transformation. And it's just as relevant today as it was almost a century ago.
Absolutely. Because the principles still hold true.
Yeah. It reminds us that we're not just passive bystanders in our own lives. We have the power to choose our thoughts, shape our beliefs, and ultimately create the reality we desire.
We have more agency than we often realize.
So much. It's a lot to take in,
Is.
but in the best way possible.
It's eye-opening.
It really is. It's like Hill has given us this map,
Okay.
and now it's up to us to chart our course.
To navigate our own path to success.
And with that in mind, I think we should probably wrap up this deep dive on that note.
I think so too.
It's been a fascinating conversation.
As always.
But for all of you listening, we want to hear from you. What reality will you choose to create? And until next time, keep thinking big and stay curious.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. It would be a great source of help to maintain and develop this channel and the correlated website. This book overview was presented to you by olbooksummary.com. Are you interested in more insights into personal development books or motivational and inspirational books? Please visit olbooksummary.com and you will find a library of the most helpful self-development and human character development books overviews. See you soon with the next books overview video.